Competing in the Krypton Factor tonight, Philip Shaw, a chartered accountant from Derbyshire. Stephen Grant, a private banking clerk from Birmingham. John Johnson, a policeman from Sheffield. And Ranjit Nagra, an optometrist from Lancashire.
Good evening and welcome to the Krypton Factor and to the very last heat in this year's series. Tonight's result will decide who fills the remaining 2 places in next week's Group C final. And the outcome of that will determine the lineup for the following week's grand final. So, plenty of excitement ahead for tonight's contestants. Let's get started with round 1, mental agility. And tonight's test involves reverse journeys. I will give the contestants the route to a destination, and they must tell me how to retrace their steps to arrive back at their starting point. For example, if I said 2 west, 5 south, the answer would be 5 north, 2 east. That's the task. Let's now meet our first contestant ready to tackle it. He's a 27-year-old chartered accountant from Heanor in Derbyshire, Philip Shaw. Welcome to you, Philip. There are 40 seconds on the clock and your time starts now. 6 south, 1 west.
1 east, 6 north.
5 east, 2 north.
2 south, 5 west.
6 southeast, 3 west.
3 east, 6 northwest.
3 northwest, 7 east.
7 west, 3 southwest.
Wrong. 2 northeast, 9 southeast.
9 northwest, 2 southwest.
5 southeast, 3 northeast.
3 southwest, 5 northwest.
6 west, 5 north, 2 east. You don't need to answer that. It would have been 2 west, 5 south, 6 east, but in 40 seconds you scored 5. Well done, Philip. Take your seat, please. Now let's welcome 23-year-old private banking clerk from Yardley in Birmingham, Stephen Grant. Welcome, Stephen. 40 seconds, and for you, the clock starts now. 6 east, 2 north.
2 south, 6 west.
5 south, 5 west.
5 east, 5 north.
7 northwest, 6 east.
6 west, 7 southeast.
3 west, 8 southwest.
3 east, 7 northeast.
Wrong. 8 northeast, 1 southeast.
1 northwest, 8 southwest.
3 southwest, 4 northwest.
4 southeast, 8 southwest.
Wrong. 7 east, 2 west, 6 north. Don't need to answer that. Would have been 6 south, 2 east, 7 west. But in 40 seconds you got 4 right. Well done. Take your seat, please, Stephen. Our third contestant is a 29-year-old Sheffield police officer, John Johnson. Welcome, John. And if you're ready, your time starts now. 7 south, 4 west.
4 east, 7 north.
6 east, 1 north.
1 south, 6 west.
5 northwest, 3 south.
3 north, 5 northeast.
Wrong. 8 east, 4 southeast.
4 northwest, 8 west.
5 northeast, 2 southeast.
2 northwest, 5 southwest.
9 southwest, 2 northwest.
2 southeast, 9 northeast.
5 east, 3 north, 1 west.
1 east, 5 south.
Well, no, it's 1 east, 3 south, 5 west, but nonetheless you got 5 right in 40 seconds, which is very good. Well done, John. Take your seat. Our last contestant is 25 and an optometrist from Orton in Lancashire, Ranjit Nagra. Welcome, Ranjit. 40 seconds. Your time starts now. 5 west, 6 north.
6 south, 5 east.
3 south, 6 east.
6 west, 3 north.
4 northeast, 5 west.
5 east, 4 southwest.
7 southwest, 4 north.
4 south, 7 northeast.
8 northeast, 3 southeast.
3 northwest, 8 southwest.
9 southeast, 1 northeast.
1 southwest, 9 northwest.
3 west, 5 north, 3 east.
3 west, 5 south, 3 east.
4 south, 8 west, 6 north. Don't need to go on with that one. In 40 seconds, you got 7 right, which is a great start for you, Ranjit. Well done. Take your seat. Some very close scores there, and reminding you that it's 10 points, 6, 4 and 2 points for first, second, third and fourth. And where contestants tied with the same number of right answers, they are separated by who reached his total in the fastest time. Here's how the first round worked out. And it means that the early leader with a Krypton Factor of 10 is the optometrist from Orton, Lancashire, Ranjit Nagra. Round 2, where the challenge is to take the controls of a Boeing 737 and land it safely on the runway. Everything about the cockpit and exterior vision seems real, but it's all contained inside British Midland's Flight Training Simulator, where the contestants are briefed about the controls and instruments like the flight director that will guide them to the runway. Captain Ron Hardy is the instructor, and Philip Shaw from Hino, Derbyshire is first to go. The approach is into Singapore Airport, and when the vertical and horizontal bars form across through the centre of the flight director, as they do here, it means you're exactly where you should be on the glide path. So an excellent start by Philip, and his eyes will remain glued to the bars on the flight director. The vertical one represents the aircraft's direction, and the horizontal is height, and he'll nudge the control column in whichever way the bars move. That's up and down, left or right. And the bar's still forming that perfect cross, so he's on the centre line at the right height. And now just needs to keep it there, easing the stick back a touch for the flare and landing, and comes in right on the centre line. And that is a brilliant performance from Philip Shaw. Next, it's Birmingham's Stephen Grant, and the runway directly ahead, but he looks to be above the glide path. Yes, the horizontal bar beginning to drop well below centre, directing him to push the control column forward, but he's not responding. In fact, he's starting to climb, going higher and higher, and the horizontal bar way down, almost off the dial. Now he must push the control column hard forward, but he's still climbing. And what he's actually doing is trying to correct the horizontal bar instead of following it. He's pulling back instead of pushing forward. And the aircraft can't take this much longer. It goes into a stall, and that's the drastic end to Stephen Grant's flight. Next, Police Constable John Johnson from Sheffield. And that's how the bars should look, crossing through the centre. Perhaps just the slightest nudge forward on the control column needed, nothing more. But this is a good approach. He's in complete control. That vertical bar moving just right of centre, asking him to correct very slightly right. And there you can see why. He's fractionally left of the centre line, and he's making the correction, bringing the bar back to the centre point. Horizontal has just dropped, directing him to lose a bit more height, but he's in good shape, making all the right responses with the gentlest of inputs. Well, he does drive fast police cars. Now he's shown, I think, that he can land a jet aircraft. Does it beautifully. Excellent performance from John Johnson. Finally, Ranjit Nagra from Orton in Lancashire, concentrating hard on his direction and height. Engine power is automatic, so he doesn't have to worry about that. And the flight director indicating he's doing pretty well. But these are the crucial moments now where you begin to run out of time and space. And he's perhaps working just a little bit harder on the control column than is necessary. The bigger the input, the bigger the correction. But he is staying in control and approaches on the centre line at about 150 knots, and perfect touchdown, and it's going to be a tough round to judge, but well done, Ranjit. Now here's how Captain Hardy decided the result. Fourth, Stephen Grant. The grass said all. He got his responses confused, and instead of descending, climbed and stalled 2 points. Third, Ranjit Nagra. Unlucky to be in such a high standard heat. A great performance, but slight overreaction on the control column, 4 points. Second, John Johnson. Another excellent flight, which would have won most heats. A slight excursion off the flight path, but well controlled, 6 points. And the winner, Philip Shaw. Perfect graphs, and if he ever gives up chartered accountancy, he could take a job as a pilot, 10 points. Now to the scoreboard, and a good contest developing with a tie at the top. Sharing the lead with Krypton Factors of 14 from Hina in Derbyshire, Philip Shaw, and still their optometrist, Ranjit Nagra. So, joint leaders, and the next contestant only 2 points behind. It's shaping up into a really exciting contest. And remember, 2 places still available in next week's group final. Who'll get there? Join us again in a couple of minutes.